Hello and welcome to another episode of Hessy and Maven. I'm Justin.
I'm Raven.
And on this week's episode, we decided to... Oh, by the way, we decorated a little bit.
Holidays.
We're feeling festive.
Yes.
We have headbands. Ravens are very especially springy and good.
Mm-hmm.
But on this week... On this week's episode, we decided to talk a little bit about different holiday traditions from around the world.
Yeah, I found some cute ones. I'm really hoping we don't overlap.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
I tried really hard to be obscure.
Yeah, I tried also. There was one in particular that I had already heard of. Mm-hmm. It was on an episode of Actually. Wow. I wasn't expecting to say the word actually twice.
Wow.
Wow. But... first, we just want to send our love and admiration over to the Japan and South Korea soccer teams.
Yeah.
We're really rooting for you hard.
We're rooting for you.
We feel terrible. Brazil played a great game of football, but...
Yeah, and I learned...
If they were playing any other team, it would have been so awesome to see Brazil play that well.
I know.
And it was just like, damn, dude, I was really pulling for South Korea.
I know.
And it made me so sad.
As it has turned out, nearly every team I've rooted for so far in this entire World Cup has lost. So I really need to chill because...
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now I was sad that the U.S. lost to the Netherlands. So now the Netherlands are playing...
Yes.
Whomst?
The Netherlands are playing...
Portugal?
No. The Netherlands are playing... Oh my god, why don't I know this? I should know this.
Let me see.
But my brain is actively farting.
The Netherlands are playing Argentina, so I will be actively rooting for Argentina because the Netherlands have to be crushed. And then...
Yes, I also am rooting for Argentina because this is quite possibly Lionel Messi's last World Cup, and man, for him to be a part of Argentina winning it would be just so fucking sick. Because their country has won it before.
Yeah, but not for a hot
minute.
minute.
I think once or twice even, but not forever.
Yeah. And then I was sad that South Korea lost to Brazil. Brazil will be playing Croatia, right?
Right.
So I will be rooting for Croatia.
Right. I don't know who I'm going to be rooting for in that game because Croatia made my Japan team. Why did I say it like that? God, Justin, be better. It was because I didn't know if I was going to say Japanese.
Yeah.
Or Japan.
But you didn't. You went with
so then it was Japan. And it was just atrocious. I apologize to the population of Japan. They chanted. Their fans came out so hard. Their team is called the Blue Samurais.
Yeah.
And they chanted. Oh my god.
Their chant game was on.
They chanted for like fucking an hour straight.
Yeah.
It was bananas. I was like, how can they keep going? You know how naturally, like, I don't know if you've ever, I doubt it. Before I even ask, I doubt it. Okay. But have you ever chanted at a sporting event?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It naturally dies down. It's one of the most awkward things is when you're the last person being like, USA.
Yeah.
USA.
Yeah. I don't even do the, like, when the stadium does the wave and it gets to me.
Oh, and you said.
I don't wave. My arms are not doing that.
That makes sense.
Who plays tomorrow?
Great question. Tomorrow we begin with Morocco versus Spain.
Okay.
And then later on in the day, Portugal plays a team.
For those listening, I will be rooting for Spain and Switzerland.
Oh, that's right. Portugal plays Switzerland.
Yes.
Yeah. Raven.
They'll both lose because I want them to win, but I will root for them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raven actively... Wait, who are you rooting for in the first game?
Spain.
Oh, Spain will probably win.
Well, I hope.
You do bring bad luck.
I know.
Yes. That is something people often say about you.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that I have to tell you here on the podcast.
Yeah.
You.
I'm a series of unfortunate events personified.
Yeah.
I am the Baudelaire children.
You are. Sometimes I call you Lemony Snicket.
Yeah.
I go, hey, is Lemony here?
Yeah.
Especially because you also are Liz Lemon personified as well.
I am, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that episode where she is a part of Jack making a time capsule video for his future child.
Oh my God.
And her tips are, if you run out of underwear because you have a bunch of dirty clothes, it is acceptable to wear a bathing suit, and also put potato chips on a sandwich. That's 2 pieces of advice I would give.
Those are real pieces of advice that I've done.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Spain and Switzerland, I'm on Team S for tomorrow.
There you go.
Just saying.
Yeah, Raven is a big advocate against smugness.
Yeah, and...
So anytime that there's like a soccer player who like is even just gives off the vibe, because Raven, to her credit, has been watching a lot of the World Cup.
Yeah.
And following along as best as she can, and she's into it and she's excited. Mm-hmm. She's one of those people who like she loves seeing people that they get so excited when their team or their country is doing well. But then on the flip side of that, feeling so bad for the losing country.
Yeah.
It's like
the people, they cry. Like the players are like on the sidelines,
sad.
like in the grass with their face in the grass, just sobbing.
It can be so sad.
So it is so upsetting for them. But yeah. I hate smugness. Cristiano Ronaldo is Captain Smug.
Yeah, he's the Sultan of Smug.
No offense to people who love him, but he is smug.
Yeah.
And I've had enough.
I get it.
So
you're also not a fan of Kylian Mbappe.
No, he's Lieutenant Smug.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Not a fan.
Second commander of Smug. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean,
anyway,
we're hoping for good games and things are going to be fun. And man, there's something about watching a soccer match that ends in penalty kicks, and it is like very exciting, and it's such a serious level of drama and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's also it feels like a very cheap way to end the game. Mm-hmm. You know, like obviously you have to end it some way. You can't just have them keep playing soccer forever until someone scores. So it makes sense from a logistical standpoint, but also, man, number one, to put all that pressure on the goalie now becomes like the most important player on your team because they're present at every single penalty kick that is being shot at them. Mm-hmm. And then these poor kickers, I mean, man, you're going to remember that for the rest of your life. Remember when I missed when I hit the post?
Yep.
The goalie didn't even have to do anything. I mean,
the poor goalie who's going to be like, remember when they kicked the ball at me and I didn't dive either way? I just sat in the middle and didn't catch it. Yeah. Because I remember that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have gone left. Damn. And it is crazy. I know for a fact that like in preparation for stuff like this, the goalies and the teams and like the coaching staff and all that kind of stuff, they'll look up players like statistics and stuff, and they'll be like, okay, this player on Brazil, 70% of the time he shoots here.
Yeah.
Just jump that way.
Yeah.
Because statistically, probably going to get it.
Yeah.
But then we talked about it today earlier. People are getting too cute with their penalty kicks.
Yeah, they are.
All the little stutter steps, the little hops.
What is the stutter steps? Why are they doing that?
It's because if the goalie goes left, then all of the goalie's momentum and muscles are going left. It's going to be so hard for them to switch
redirect
and go right. So you do the little stutter step to see if the goalie jumps one way, and then you just shoot the other way.
They look silly.
It happened in the Poland game when they got knocked out by whoever.
It doesn't matter.
France, I think. Yeah, it was France, and Corey Lewandowski got to take a penalty kick, and he does a little stutter step, and then he does like a hop, and it looks so bizarre, but it literally worked exactly how it's supposed to.
Yeah.
I think that's dumb.
Yeah.
I get that it's like strategy, and it's like at the end of the day, whatever it takes to win.
Yeah.
I don't care if it looks cool or not.
Yeah.
Like I'm just trying to win.
Yeah.
I get it, man. But
And
just
also,
run up to the ball and fucking rip it.
seeing people flop is honestly a huge ick.
Oh, it ruins the game.
Like, I saw a TikTok about it, and it really is embarrassing to see a grown man, be tapped by another player, and then you see their face, they're like, oh.
And they're, like, screaming. Everyone does the thing where they check their nose or their mouth for blood. They're like, did I lose teeth?
Yeah.
When
your face wasn't even touched. Yeah.
It is infuriating. It really sucks because there are people who, like, they really, like, try and hate soccer, and they always bring up flopping and stuff like that, and it's just
embarrassing.
Like it's indefensible too.
It's
like, listen, I get it.
Yeah,
it sucks. Like, I understand why the players do it because you're getting fouls, you're getting sometimes important, like, free kicks close to the other side's goal and stuff like that. So, like, I understand why they do it, but man, when there's all these replays of it, like, how can you even look yourself in the face?
I know.
When
like, the whole
you
world
know damn well that you just
zoomed in on you,
Oscar
flying yourself,
and the ball
launching
didn't
your
touch
body.
You.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
Really embarrassing.
If I was a professional soccer player, I would never do that. The coach could. I would probably get in fights with coaches because I imagine that's part of. I can imagine during practice that coaches are like, no, you got to really sell it.
Yeah.
And the players being like, okay. No! My eye! Is that blood?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
Just get up and let the boys play.
Yeah.
God dang.
But I do have to work tomorrow, so I will miss the Switzerland game, but I will be tracking it on my phone and rooting for Switzerland.
Okay. Well, at least you get to watch the first game.
Yes. You know what I just realized? On Thursday, I double booked myself on accident. So at like 9 a.m., I have a doctor's appointment. And then at noon, I have to go get my crown on my tooth.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then
right from there, I have to go to work.
What a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, nightmare zone.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's get into it.
Jingle.
A lot of these probably revolve around Christmas. It's a pretty popular holiday around the world, but not all of them do. A lot of countries don't celebrate it, and some countries that do celebrate it, it has zero Christianity in it whatsoever. And honestly, in America, for me, it feels 50-50. You know what I mean? You have some people who are like, yeah, we went to church on Sunday morning or on Christmas morning, and no offense, what a nightmare.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Or like, yeah, we went to midnight mass on Christmas Eve, and I'm like, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
You do you.
Yeah, it's not my bag.
No. No. Interesting side note that made me think of tangent.
Okay.
I've been watching so much Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link on YouTube, and I was watching them just because it was like this chill thing I could put on. They were silly, they made me laugh. Nothing was high pressure or high stakes.
Yeah.
Very calming and just chill. I can even just put it on in the background when I'm playing Pokemon.
I've been doing that with the Basement Yard.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Exactly. And then I've gravitated towards their podcast, Rhett and Link's podcast, Ear Biscuits.
A little bit more serious. I've been overhearing smidgens of their conversations.
It depends on what the episode is about.
Yeah.
Some episodes, yes, are super serious. I watched one episode where I cried.
Yeah.
Because it was about
an old friend of theirs.
Who died of testicular cancer.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was super fucking sad. And they bring up, not just in that episode, but also in several episodes of this podcast, how in college and maybe a little bit before and a little bit after college, they were like hardcore evangelical Christians.
Yeah.
And now they're not.
Yeah.
And man, it's just so interesting listening to them and understanding like the lingo that they use. You know, like if you work for a business for a long enough time, like a corporate world, or you're in sales.
Yeah.
There's certain things you're like, oh, KPIs. I know what KPIs are. Or, hey, listen, gang, I understand you want to do this, but we all need to just make a pivot and do this instead. Like, there's certain jargon. Yeah, exactly. There's like a lexicography. Is that the right word?
I never heard that word a day in my life.
I liked it.
For jargon.
It felt good.
Okay.
Maybe it's lexicon.
Pivot.
Ross Geller, you son of a bitch. You really let me down today. I sent a fucking...
Unagi.
Yeah. I sent a fucking Ross Geller Unagi gif over to my sister and dad in our little text group.
Yeah.
And fucking Croatia immediately scored after that. And I was like, Ross Geller, you son of a bitch. Yeah. The worst character on Friends.
You said Unagi, and then who scored? Croatia?
Yeah.
Croatia said salmon skin roll.
All right, Rachel.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Yeah, it was just, it's interesting. So my comparison between like corporate sales lingo and stuff like that, when you're in like this managerial positions and having like a different way of talking and speaking and stuff, it relates to when you're in the church and stuff. I don't know, man. It was just listening to them talk. Wow. It was just very illuminating.
Yeah.
And it was very like, brought back some interesting memories and stuff like that. Just, it made me feel really good about where I'm personally at spiritually. And I was like, yeah, same guys, pretty much. But anyway, I just thought of that. Cool. So, shall we? For new listeners, every time you hear, that's when we're doing a little Surf's Up.
Yeah.
Yep. People who watch us on YouTube, remember Hessy Maven is over there on the YouTube. You can watch that and see it live. And you can see our Christmas decorations. And Raven got these amazing birds.
I got these really cute birds. One's wearing glasses and one has a puffball hat.
They both have puffball hats, I think. This one right next to me has a puffball hat.
Okay.
But it doesn't have the ear flaps.
Okay. Then there is an ornament I got Jesse last year, I think, that has a T-Rex in it. And a little dinosaur. Toy soldier.
That we made in like kindergarten or first grade. That's like a bunch of Folgers coffee cans stacked onto each other.
Yeah,
and
with
then
laminated
with
paper.
laminated paper to look like a little toy soldier.
And I like it because the hat is drooping down, so the eyes are like off, like half.
It's good. I picked yours.
Yeah.
For that reason.
Yeah.
Mine is still
the
downstairs.
droopy eyes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, how do you want to decide who goes first?
I don't know.
Should we roll dice?
Sure.
Okay. Part of me wanted to be really mean and just give you like a 12-sided dice so that the highest you can get is a 12.
That would have been rude.
That would have been rude, and I didn't do it.
Thank you.
All right. Ready? Mm-hmm. This is the dice.
I can't see. It looks like 0.
You got a 10.
Okay.
There's not a 0 on that dice.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay.
So I'm very happy about that. This is one of the few times that I really, really, really want to go first.
Okay.
Because just for this one story, I don't care if you talk about all the other ones I have prepared, because I have 3 backups. But this is the one I needed to do.
Okay.
It is called...
Tell me the country first.
It is from a very specific province or region of Spain.
Okay.
Called Catalan.
Okay.
Which is also a language and sort of an ethnicity. Valencia, that kind of stuff. It's very interesting because Catalan is its own language.
I feel like I learned in school somewhere that they tried to get independence once. Could totally be wrong, but that sounds familiar. Anyway.
I'm like so carefully so it doesn't make annoying background noise. Gang, we're doing our best over here, okay? When it comes to sound production and stuff. I think I'm going to start doing some research and trying to just make the podcast better every day. But baby steps. We had to decorate. That took all my time. Okay. Caga Tió.
Okay.
Caga Tió. Or...
Is this an uncle?
Nope.
Okay.
No, see how I'm putting Uncle is Tio. This is Tio.
Oh.
The emphasis, and there's a little accent, is on the O.
Okay.
Caga Tió, or Tio de Nadal,
Okay.
translates literally to poop log or log of Christmas.
Okay.
Are you interested? Are you excited?
Yes. Is
Okay,
it like
good.
Nope. Tell me. Just tell me what it is.
So, it's a tradition from Spain, specifically Catalan. Basically, the Spark Notes version, it's a log, like a literal piece of wood, with a face on one end, and he wears a little red hat, kind of like a Santa hat.
Okay.
Okay? You feed it table scraps and little things of fruit and stuff like that, and it poops out presents and candy when you hit him with a stick while singing a song.
So it's a personified log? It's an anthropomorphic log?
Yeah.
It's like a spirit or
It's got a face.
okay.
But what you do in your household is you buy them, and you're buying a log that has little legs, little log like branch legs, and has a face painted on one end with a little stump nose and a little hat.
Okay.
And then when the time comes, I'll go into more details, but when the time comes, you sing a song, and I have the song here, and I'm ready to sing it if we need to.
Okay.
And I have the translation of the song because the song is in Catalan, I imagine.
Okay.
When you sing the song, the children hit this log creature with sticks, resulting in the defecation of presents and candies.
So the log creature likes to be hit with the sticks.
It's vital that it gets hit with sticks.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yes.
He says, "This is it."
This is good. You're helping his digestion almost.
Let me poop out some presents.
Poop out some presents. The poop log. Caga Tió.
That's wild. It was wild from start to finish.
I love it so much. I have a note right here. I love this so much. That's what the note says.
Yeah.
I'm ready to show you a picture.
Okay.
And if you're watching the YouTube, picture will be right here. Picture went away.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want me to go into greater detail, or should I sing the song?
I think we have to hear the song.
Yeah, we have to hear the song.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give me a beat? I'm kidding. Don't give me.
Okay. Whatever I was about to do would not have been.
If anything, it would
good.
mess me up.
Okay.
And I'm realizing now that I'm wearing like a nylon Coach jacket.
Yeah, it's going to be filled with swoosh noises.
Can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Okay.
Are you going to sing in Spanish? In Catalan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it rhymes when it's in that language.
Okay.
But I will then give you the
Translation. Thank you.
Am I really going to sing? I'm like nervous now. I'm like, oh God, I'm singing. Caga Tió, Tio de Nadal. I don't need glasses. Let me start from the beginning. Fuck. I'm like red. I'm like sweating.
You don't have to sing it.
Caga Tió, Tio de Nadal. No caquis arangodes, que son masa salades. Cagatorons, que son mespons.
Okay. And the translation?
Poop log of Christmas. Don't poop salted herring, they are too salty. Poop torons, they are much better.
Wow. That is extremely specific.
I know.
Are you, if you're
the last
bad,
thing you want is for the log to poop out.
if you're bad, do you
Salted
get
herrings.
herring?
I don't know. That it doesn't say. I didn't.
Wow.
I couldn't find anything that specifically said like what if bad kids.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that is honestly wonderful.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So, the whole tradition kind of has like tooth fairy vibes a little bit. So kids, you know how like in America, USA, and maybe other countries too. I didn't do a lot of research on American stuff and whether or not it's strictly American. Although I think ugly Christmas sweaters are That's
Strictly
like
American?
that's like an American thing.
Okay.
But anyway, you know how like we leave out cookies and milk for Santa, and then the next morning there'll be bites taken, and the milk is a little bit like gone. What you do, the kids will leave fruit by Caga Tió, and the next day only the peels are left behind. So like an orange peel is all there will be. Then on December 24th, the family will put a blanket over the butt end of the log. You know, a little bit of decency and privacy.
Sure.
Then the children will sing the song as they hit the log with a stick.
Okay.
After that, the children are sent into a different room to pray. And when they come back, there are presents and torón.
What is that?
Torón, as it was mentioned in the song, is a... I really thought I wrote this down.
Is it like Toblerone?
No. It's a nougat made with honey and almonds.
Okay.
And apparently it is like, it goes hand in hand with this thing.
Wow.
So like around the time that you start seeing Caga Tió in stores, like ready to be bought, then you're going to start seeing torons everywhere.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my first one, and I love it so much. It seems so silly and so fun, and like the idea of your holiday just, it's a poop log.
So is that the replacement for Santa? Like there's no Santa, it's the log?
Oh, I did not look up things like that.
Okay.
I'm not.
That's fine.
Unless like the article or source that I found was like very specifically like, don't ask Santa for presents, you ask
The log.
Caga Tió.
Wow.
Then I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a unique one.
So fun.
Wow. Okay.
Did you come across that one in your research?
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well.
Okay.
My first one is from Japan.
Ooh. Okay.
Do you have one from Japan?
I have one from Japan, and then I have a backup also from Japan.
Okay. My holiday tradition from Japan is going to KFC.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I have that one.
Yeah. This is fascinating to me. I had no idea before doing this research that this was a thing.
Oh, really? I've heard of this one.
Oh, I've never heard of this. In what I was reading, it said there was a huge boom in foreign food franchises in Japan in the 70s.
Yes.
Their fast food industry expanded 600% from 1970 to 1980.
Wow.
There was even a documentary made in 1981. I wrote directed by John Nathan, like anyone would know who that was, called Colonel Comes to Japan.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how annoying the word colonel is spelled?
Yeah. English is the worst language, hands down.
Anytime someone who speaks English even tries to take a shot at another language, I'm going to hit him with Colonel Fist over here.
Yeah. It's horrible. It's so stupid. I don't know who came up with that.
The dumbest colonel.
Yeah, horrible.
Sorry to interrupt.
So it's fine. I hate you. So there was a documentary made called Colonel Comes to Japan. I found it interesting when I was reading. It says Christmas is a secular holiday in Japan. Less than 1% of the population identify as Christian. So they're not like in the keep Christ in Christmas people. Right. They're
that's why I made that note.
Haha, fun time presents KFC Christmas people. Which is fun.
Be fun.
In the 70s, most families didn't even have any Christmas traditions. In 1974, KFC launched a marketing campaign deemed Kentucky for Christmas and introduced what they call party buckets.
Oh, yeah.
Which are hugely popular. And it says now KFC Japan's busiest day is December 24th when they sell around 5 to 10 times more than they sell on typical days.
Wow.
And people order their party buckets months in advance or wait in hour-long lines to get them.
Yep.
So it's like this.
That's a note that I put down.
It's like just tradition, this cute thing in Japan that for Christmas, your family just gets KFC.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I wrote this one down also. The idea that you have to order your buckets months in advance. That was fascinating. I mean, I don't have a ton to say about it other than it is
wild.
what it is, and it's just great. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool.
I love it. Go Japan.
Nippon.
I hope that the Japanese soccer team got some KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
bet.
don't hope that they got KFC?
No. That's not what I was going to say. Number one, I forgot that they were in Qatar. I literally was like, I bet American KFC is way different than Japanese KFC. Maybe they don't like it. And then I was like, they're not in America.
They're in Qatar. I bet Qatar doesn't have any KFC.
No, they don't seem like the type.
No.
They don't like fun.
No. Anyway, what's your next one?
Okay.
Tell me the country first.
Wales.
I have a Wales one.
It's probably the same Wales one. Yeah, this is a tradition from Wales. I forget the word for it because in the article thing that I was reading, they would just put like a Welsh word and be like, yeah, sometimes, or it's called this.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, that's too many consonants right next to each other.
Yeah.
And I realized that I just said that people who speak English shouldn't talk bad about any other languages.
It's fine.
But just, I'm not even from a speaking standpoint, just reading, I mean, as somebody who doesn't speak Welsh.
Yeah.
You look at a Welsh word and you're like, okay.
Yeah. Is it the Midwinter Majesty of Mary Lude?
The Grey Mare? Dead horse caroling?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I wrote. Dead horse caroling.
Yep.
Okay. So we're used to people doing a little Christmas caroling, even though I feel like that is pretty much dead. I've never seen it. Well, when we lived in Dad's house, there's no chance.
No.
We didn't get a single trick-or-treater. It's just not that neighborhood for it.
You'd have to walk down the street to the development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even when we lived in Sylvan Lakes, where we live here,
there was no caroling.
There's no caroling.
No.
And honestly, good.
I know. It'd be weird.
What a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. I will say...
To have someone knock on your door, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Open your door, you're like... And then they're just like... Holy night.
Yeah, and you just have to stand there and watch
And I'm just like... Okay.
Yeah. I have two side things I have to say about this.
Thank you. I'm not giving you money. I didn't ask for this.
Is that... They do it for money?
I don't think they do it 100% just for Christmas cheer.
I don't know. That's what I thought it was.
In America, at least. These people are on a whole nother ball game.
Okay, I will say really quickly, I have two things. I worked with someone in Florida who was from Puerto Rico, and he told me one of the things that they did in like where he grew up was like him and his family would go, they would go around. This is what everybody did. They would go to someone's house, knock, sing carols, and then they would have to invite you inside, and you would eat with them, and then you would leave and go to the next house and do the same thing, and you would just eat at everybody's house and sing carols in exchange.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if you don't know them? And he was like, it doesn't matter. They invite you in. And I was like, I would hate that vehemently.
This is somebody you work with now or at Disney?
At Disney.
Oh, man, bummer. Because I was going to say, I want to know about the time that the person was like, I'm sorry, I can't right now. I can't invite you in.
His name was Diego.
Well, shout out Diego.
One time, Diego got upset with me because
He was like, if you sang in front of my house, I wouldn't even invite you in.
No. We were standing outside, and I needed him to help me translate Spanish. And I shouted to him, Diego, can you come translate Spanish for me, please? And all he heard was Spanish. And he came over to me and he translated, and then afterward he like leaned down and he was like, hey, just for the future, like if you need me to translate, don't just shout the word Spanish. And I was like, I didn't. I said, Diego, can you help translate Spanish for me? And he was like, oh, all I heard was Spanish. And I thought that was pretty rude. And I was like, I would never do that.
That's crazy. That's really funny though.
Anyway, and then
so more than two things.
That second Diego thing was not part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I'm starting to think that I forgot. So
well, feel free to interrupt
Continue.
me. I hate you.
Yep.
This is a tradition from Wales.
Yes.
So what happens is, get a little knock on the door. You go outside, and they're there to sing songs. But wait, one of them is covered with a sheet with ribbons and bells, and they are holding a real horse skull.
Yeah.
Wild.
That
Now,
I would scream.
The article that I was looking at made that word that you had said earlier that stands for gray mare.
Marilude.
Sure.
I'm pronouncing that wrong 100%.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
But it was like a clickable link. So I clicked on it and it just brought me to old traditions from Wales. And the gray mare was not, I read it like 3 pages of Welsh folklore. It wasn't in there and I was furious. And could I have just fucking Googled it? Yeah, for sure. Did I? No. Anyway.
We fly by the seat of our pants.
Often.
Yeah.
We should do a whole episode on etymology. Yeah, and
we should,
think of different sayings and where they came from.
I love it.
Okay, cool. Mental note. So they sing to you, and then, if that wasn't crazy enough with the dead horse skull, then they challenge you to a battle of rhyming insults in Welsh. What? First of all, I'm impressed that Welsh words rhyme with other Welsh words because it sounds crazy.
Yeah. Their words seem lengthy.
And very throaty.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. Sure. But anyway, your Puerto Rico thing kind of stole my thunder a little bit because the next note I have is, and then usually the carolers are invited inside for refreshments.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was fucking buck wild crazy. Crazier than the horse skull. Crazier than the insult battle, which is nuts. Could you imagine going knock on a stranger's door, horse skull, and then be like, Frosty the Snowman, and then right after that be like, Yo mama's so fat.
I was also like, thinking of Yo mama jokes. Yeah.
It's so crazy to me.
It's crazy.
Oh my God. You're about annoying as a condom full of fire ants.
Oh my God.
Just can't.
But the insults have to rhyme. Like whatever you say back has to rhyme, right?
I guess.
That would.
Which is like a whole
I would just stand
thing.
there like a deer in headlights, like.
Thank you.
Can you just go to a different house?
So these strangers sing to you, and then they go, "You're gross," and you go, "Do you want to come inside for refreshments?" Good thing I have such thick skin. My mom says I'm big boned, and that husky is a compliment.
I hate that so much.
Jesus. Anyway.
So the thing I forgot before.
Oh. Bring it on. Bring it on. Come on.
Do you remember when the pandemic first started and people were doing like drive-by weird things with pots and pans to honor nurses?
Oh, God. Yeah.
So.
And then they were like, I can't get a haircut? Fuck these nurses. Yeah. And it was like, oh.
So I lived
how's that TikTok sound go? I know I smell a conservative. Whatever.
I knew I smelled a conservative. So I lived in an old people community where everyone had a golf cart. And when this first happened, all the old people in my community went around as a giant golf cart train with pots and pans. And they rode past like everyone's houses and stopped for like 5 minutes of pot banging, prompting you to come out of your house and also pot bang.
Did you pot bang or you were like,
no, I shut all the lights off. I closed all the curtains. And
Olive was like, we're home.
We're home. No. I put headphones on and
God.
Prayed for them to leave.
Yep.
Because there were no nurses around. They didn't know anyone was doing that. They did not feel honored. They were underpaid and sad. So it was so stupid.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to say.
Well, it's your turn now, so you can keep talking.
Okay.
Oh, but first, let me interrupt you.
Okay.
See how it feels?
Yes.
I don't even have anything to say. I just wanted to interrupt you.
Okay. That wasn't very jolly.
Well,
I
have the worst heartburn right now.
My next...
and it's putting me in a bad mood.
Oh. My next tradition is from Denmark.
What?
Denmark?
The Danes, yes. I know them well.
Do you have a Denmark tradition?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I don't.
So everything that I was reading about the holiday season in Denmark deemed it, how I can only guess is pronounced Jol, Jol.
Ah.
Which I think is reminiscent of Yule, like Yuletide.
Yeah. It's like Scandinavian kind of vibes, because I think I didn't pick one from Norway, but there was a couple that were from Norway. Yeah. And they spell it a very similar way.
Yeah. Which I thought was cute, because I think Yule is cute. Winter solstice. I love it.
Yeah. A Yule log.
Yule log.
Poop log. It all comes full circle.
Full circle. So this tradition I thought was cute. It's they have their Christmas tree and they pull it to the center of the living room on December 24th, and the family like gathers around the tree and they hold hands and they spin around the tree and like sing carols.
Yeah.
And it said they circle faster and faster with each song, reversing directions with each new song, and you just go super fast and then you just like reverse directions. After the carols are done, that's when presents are distributed one by one. But the crazy part about this tradition is that the tree that you're spinning around is decorated with lit candles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've seen like very old pictures of that.
How is it not being lit on fire?
I think it's why we do this. Why we do Christmas lights.
Yeah.
I think it comes from that. Did we just discover something about history?
Did we just become best friends?
No, we've been best friends.
How did they not light everything on fire?
I don't know.
I read that and was like, I would 100% bump the tree and drop a fire.
Oh, and you're spinning, you're switching directions while you're singing.
Yeah.
First of all, I'd be out of breath after 2 songs.
I know. Yeah.
Like, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah.
Had a very shiny nose.
Yeah. It's too
Guys,
much.
can we stop?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. It's not time to distribute presents one by one.
Yeah. How crazy. It was like,
crazy.
There's lit candles. And I was like,
there's candles.
They're risky over there.
Yeah. Did you see a picture or something?
I believe I did.
Because I think that they're on like those little trays that will catch the drip, the wax.
Like the little candle thing from Victorian times?
Yes. I knew exactly what you meant by this too.
Okay, great.
Oh, I need to teach you a fun Korean thing.
It's not this.
No, but it's close.
Can I make this picture
this.
bigger? Oh, I know that. The heart.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it like this?
Amazing.
The heart. Yeah, I know. It's so cute.
So cute.
I know that because I know people who like K-pop and they do that.
Wow. First of all, why is their tree shaped like that? Does it look like it's missing its head?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
It's like a weird real tree that they got probably in the forest.
Probably in like, I don't know, the forest or whatever.
Someone commented on this and said, and then someone trips over the light cord.
Except what light cord? They're
because they're
fucking
lit candles.
You bitch.
These
Diane.
candles look like they're floating.
Pay attention.
So I think witchcraft is probably real there.
Probably.
Yeah. Just saying.
Like Midsommar?
Yes.
Or like, have you ever seen that movie with Nicolas Cage where he gets his head put in a cage of bees?
No, that sounds horrible.
The Wicker Man.
No. I have seen Ghost Rider.
Oh, that's the same.
I thought so.
You're my national treasure. Okay.
Thank you. Olive is my national treasure.
Oh, thanks for not reciprocating, you absolute bitch. Okay, my next one takes us to Caracas, Venezuela. The capital city.
Mommy went there.
Yes, she did go to Venezuela. Did she go to Caracas specifically? I don't know.
Whenever she talks about it, she only talks about Angel Falls.
Oh, yeah.
I go, Mommy, you went to Venezuela? And she goes, yes, we went to Angel Falls. Every time. I'm so sorry if you can hear Olive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the neighbors can hear Olive. What is she, licking your feet?
No, that was licking herself.
Oh, God.
She seems very out of breath. She must have been
sounded
very downstairs.
very visceral. Is the only word I can think of. Okay. So this one, a little short. This one's short. So for them, Christmas is very much a Christ thing, keeping the Christ in Christmas kind of thing.
For whomst?
Well, obviously the people in Venezuela.
Venezuela, I'm sorry, I immediately forgot.
Angel Falls, Raven.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
It has become a tradition there that on Christmas morning, for almost the entire city to roller skate to early mass at like cathedrals and churches.
That's a wonderful tradition.
Isn't that crazy?
I love roller skating.
It gets to the point. Do you?
Yes.
Are you like a closeted roller skater?
No, I don't do it, but when I have done it, I have loved it.
Really?
Yes.
Here's my problem with roller skating. Turning.
It is hard.
I can't turn. Yeah. I can go fast. If it's a straight line, oh boy.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
It is hard.
Because not only can I not turn, I can't stop. So
but I
literally get out of my way.
I love the feeling of being on a roller rink when there's disco music playing. I'm like so happy.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's so popular that vehicles are actually banned throughout most of the city before 8 a.m. So we're talking early mass.
Yeah.
Now, I thought that was really cool and a lot of fun and everything like that, especially for some of these countries that, like, for them, December 24th, December 25th, like that, the time period that Christmas falls on, because of where they're located on the globe, it's like summer for them.
Right.
You know, like, did you do any research on like Australia or anything?
No.
So like a quick one.
Something
Australia has like big beach parties.
Yes, which is
because
so
it's
strange
summer
for
there
me,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, no, I would hate that. I don't like hot weather, but we've been there. We've talked about that before.
Yes.
So anyway, I thought this one was really cool and a lot of fun. But then I read this next part, and I thought, that is bananas. Kids will go to sleep the night before, and they'll tie a string around their big toe. Where do you think they put the other end of the string? Because it's like I'm
their
tying
finger?
it around my big toe, and then it goes somewhere.
Their finger?
No.
Another body part?
No.
The doorknob?
No.
The Christmas tree?
No. They put it outside of their window so that the next morning, as roller skaters skate on by going to church, they can give it a little tug and kind of be like, Merry Christmas.
That's so funny.
Isn't that wild?
It is so funny. I love it so much.
Like, I have so many questions. Do the kids stay in bed longer than they probably need to? Because they're like, I only got 5 I'll stay here until I get 20.
That's so funny. It's a toe celebration.
It is, but it's via string. It's like can phones.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I think it's really cute.
Tug.
Yeah, I think it's really cute.
It's really cute, but actually I don't think it's cute. I think it's weird. I'm sorry, Venezuela. Lo sientos.
I think it's cute.
Weird.
I would like it.
I don't want to go down a street and see a bunch of strings and just go, yeah, those are all connected to little kids' toes. I don't want to know that. Keep that information to yourself.
I'm so sorry. I had 2 thoughts. I have to write them down so I don't forget.
Oh, okay.
Do you have anything else about the toe pulling?
No. That's
another lovely tradition.
Yeah, it was interesting, all right.
One time, my freshman year in college, I was laying down outside on a bench with my eyes closed in between classes.
Yes.
And I took my feet off, and someone...
You took your feet off. You took your feet off.
Damn it, I took my shoes off.
Yes, we got her, gang. I got my comeuppance.
I took my shoes off, so I was barefooted.
Yeah.
And someone came by and tickled the bottom of my feet like this and then ran away. Wow. And I opened my eyes and looked, and they were sprinting away. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I mean, it's assault.
It was... I think I just closed my eyes and laid back down.
It's literal assault, but yeah, that's fucking crazy.
It was wild. Also, do you remember?
I would have chased that guy down
I was not about to do that.
if it were me.
Olive, stop. Olive.
Just making some intense
She makes
noises.
hog noises.
She really does. She's a little piggy.
Do you remember there was one time I was with Tony? I should remember this because he was there. I think I was at Sonic with Tony and the boy I dated in high school.
Yes.
And I asked
String
Tony.
bean.
He was a string bean. I asked Tony to pull my toes because
Yes.
Tony always
Love
successfully
doing it.
pulls my toes and they crack.
And
it
he
feels
like
great.
he gathers like power from it.
Yeah. It's a great ritual between the two of us. And the person I was dating.
It reminds me of Kirk's cat, Kirk, who gains
Cat
power.
Kirk.
Yeah, Cat Kirk,
Yeah.
who gains power from the water.
From being in the water, yeah. He
He
seemed
seemed
to
to
derive greater power from being in the water.
God, I love Gilmore Girls so much.
No, the person I was dating at the time told me that he didn't like that I did that because it was, quote, very uncivilized, end quote.
The boy said this? The string bean?
Yeah. He said I was very uncivilized for asking for my toes to be pulled. And I remember being like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I know.
Like, it's not like I'm out here fucking wearing a loincloth foraging for mushrooms
That's
to
uncivilized.
bring back to my cave.
Yeah.
I'm just getting my toes cracked.
Yeah. He was so stupid.
He really was stupid.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Olive. Are you hacking up a hairball because you were just aggressively licking Josie? Like, I support your guys' lesbian affair, but it's aggressive.
It's very aggressive. Okay. My turn?
Yes.
My next tradition is from Gambia.
Oh.
Yes. Specifically, Banjul.
Bonjour.
Entitled, The Lost Capital of Christmas Fairies. I know.
I'm not surprised you picked this one.
I
when you
was
came
so
across it.
excited to
You probably
find
read
this.
that title and we were like, where have you been all my life?
I know. This article that I'm going to read from is from apanews.net. Which I
think we have to
believe.
source everything.
No, I know, but I'm going to read like word for word a lot of this because I didn't take a lot of notes.
Cheater. Okay.
Okay. So it says, in years gone by, Banjul, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, used to enjoy a special reputation as a bustling hub for activities organized around Christmas and New Year festivities animated by fairies.
Wow.
But it's sad. It says the carnival atmosphere that used to envelop. I hate that word.
Envelop?
Yeah, because envelop and envelope are fighting for the winning spot in my brain. It's hard.
Yeah.
That used to envelop the Gambian capital from Christmas to the New Year is no more. Are you laughing at me?
So I took my feet off. So funny.
Listen about the Gambian fairies.
I am.
It says, today, Banjulians belonging to the older generation rue the fact that the city has lost its luster from the spectacle of devil masks or dancing fairies synonymous with the festive seasons of a past long gone. Accompanied by frantic drumming and dancing, these were usually agugu, hunting, pack-in fairies, and masquerades dressed up in colorful fineries and masks that were both intimidating and fun to the average reveler. They used to draw huge crowds, not only from the island capital, but also from tourists that were visiting Serekunda, Bakau, and Brikama.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like, this is something that used to happen, but I guess it kind of died out. But they used to have, like, these big festival, like, it was kind of like Carnival.
Okay.
Like, these big festivals in the streets, where people would dress up in masquerade masks and devils and fairies. And there's a quote from a 73-year-old man who calls himself a, quote, thoroughbred Banjulian. He says, quote, those residents have taken their ways of life and cultures with them, and those of us who remain have grown too old to be involved in Christmas festivities in the streets.
That is such a sad thing for him to say.
It is really sad. He's referring to many of the Gambian capital's original residents relocating to other parts of the country.
Oh.
So I guess a lot of people moved away, so they don't do it anymore.
Wow, that's sad.
I know.
Keep it light.
I know. But it sounds like it was so cool. He explains that in the 50s all through to the 80s and 90s, the advent of the Christmas and New Year festive seasons was unfailingly boisterous.
Yes.
And both Christians and Muslims partook in such carnivals.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love an interfaith moment.
Yeah. So the traditions of the carnivals were imported by the Akus or Creoles who settled in Banjul from Sierra Leone, Ghana, and Nigeria, being first-generation descendants of freed slaves from Europe and the Caribbeans.
Wow.
They soon caught on with ordinary Banjulians who were mostly Muslim and found no inhibition imposed by their faith to embrace them wholeheartedly. It's so cute.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
So they had a cute thing where there was fairies. So I had to include it.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Also giving Gambia some play.
Shout out Gambia.
Yeah, well, shout out.
You should bring that back.
Bring Gambia back.
No, bring boisterous carnivals of fairies back.
Gambia, where you been at? Girl, yeah. Come back.
Go back.
Go
Have
back.
The fairies.
Don't say that. Come back.
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah, I thought that was cute.
Did you know... this is like a little tiny baby one. Did you know that in Switzerland, they make their own advent calendars?
No, cute.
Yeah, it's just like little bags that have numbers on them that have little presents and stuff inside.
I want to do a cute advent calendar one year that isn't the disgusting chocolates.
Plastic chocolate. Yeah.
I really want to do the wine one. I just have to put aside $100
I know,
and leave
that's
it in an
the
envelope
thing.
and not touch it until December rolls around, and then I will spend $100 on an advent calendar.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I also want to get like a really nice advent calendar, like a really fun one that I actually look forward to.
Like meat and cheese.
It could be cheese only, but yeah, something like that. That would be Pepperidge Farms. Pepperidge Farms, remembers.
Yeah.
Go
meet, go meet. You remember that?
From a commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Me and Tony used to sing it all the time.
I bet you guys did.
That's all the lyrics I can remember right now, but if it played, I could sing the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just a really small one I wanted to bring up. I thought it was really cute.
It is cute.
Sometimes the parents do it for the kids. Sometimes they do it all together. But it looked really cute.
It's really cute.
If I may...
Yes.
I have a really quick thing I just wanted to bring up because it was something that I didn't know.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there. What do you know about Kwanzaa?
Nothing, except I think they have a similar thing to Hanukkah that is a thing with multiple candles.
I believe you're right.
That's it.
They do have like a similar menorah-esque thing. But
I don't know who celebrates it or why.
How old do you think it is?
Very.
Hundreds of years old? Would you say? Thousands of years?
Hundreds?
Hundreds? It was created in 1966.
Wow.
How fucking crazy is that?
Wow.
Wow. You know what I mean?
By whomst?
By Maulana Karenga, professor and chairman of Black Studies at California State University.
Okay.
Isn't this bananas?
Yeah, what is it? Do you have like a...
It's a holiday that honors African American culture, and its purpose is to bring the African American community together.
Oh, so it is... It's not like a holiday for...
A religion?
Nigerians. Or like...
No, it's
for African American people.
Pretty much, yeah. It's for Black people in America.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, it goes from December 26th through January 1st. Mm-hmm. It's a winter holiday, mainly celebrated in the U.S., although I imagine that it's been adopted in other places and stuff. But on the 6th day, they hold the Karamu feast. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it has certain like pillars to it. There's 7 principles and symbols to follow. But it doesn't have to be. Some people believe different families celebrate it separately. Like there might be some families who do Christmas and Kwanzaa, and then there might be some families who it's an alternative to Christmas. But it doesn't have to be a religious holiday or anything like that. Anyone of any faith can practice Kwanzaa and celebrate in Kwanzaa.
So it's a secular holiday?
Normally, yeah. It doesn't have any built in. It has sort of those like I said, 7 principles and symbols that kind of probably have things like gratitude and honoring your family, community and culture and stuff like that. But I just thought that was really cool, and it's something that I've you always think of them as the big 3: Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Yes.
And it kind of had this loose. This is my own sort of that ignorant part of your brain where it's not ignorance based on malice or anything, but ignorance based on just lack of education. But all I knew about Kwanzaa was that it was mainly black people celebrate it.
Yeah, that's
not
pretty
all
much all
black
I knew.
people, but the people who do celebrate Kwanzaa are normally black.
Yeah.
And that's all I kind of knew about it.
Yeah.
No clue.
It was always included in elementary school when around Christmas time they would give out coloring sheets or something, and it would be a Christmas tree, a menorah, and then something or other for Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
And the colors were red, black, gold, green.
Yeah. Probably the African.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Pan-African was the word I was looking for.
Okay.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. I thought it was interesting.
No, it is interesting.
Especially how new it is.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that new.
It's so new.
No.
Wow. Dad is older than Kwanzaa. That
wild.
Blows your mind.
Wow.
Wow. How many more you got?
1.
I'm sorry, what word did you just say?
1.
1. I don't want 1 left.
1.
Sound like an alien. Okay.
I have 1 more.
Let her rip.
It's from Italy.
Sick.
Did you have one from Italy?
No, but I found a lot from Italy, and I kind of, as soon as I saw a specific 5-letter word, I was like, Raven's going to pick this one.
Oh, yeah. Then you know what I'm talking about. Okay. This tradition from Italy is called La Befana.
Ah. La Befana.
Yes. La Befana is a witch who brings good children treats on the morning of the Epiphany, January 6th. But if you were bad, you may wake up to coal.
Yep. So this one is a alternative to Santa.
Yes.
That's what I meant. I was browsing. I read that one, and it said somewhere it was don't write your list to Santa. He's not around. Mm-hmm. Write it to La Befana.
Yeah. So it says, La Befana has been flying around the world on her tattered broomstick to swoop down chimneys and deliver sweet or sooty judgment on girls and boys long before Kris Kringle could so much as grow a goatee. That's what it says.
Shots fired.
The witch has been in the Italian tradition since at least the 8th century as part of the Epiphany.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Here's what I want to know. Uh-huh. Are they aware of Santa? Just based
That's
on
fair.
how I imagine that Santa is quite renowned.
Yeah.
Even if you don't celebrate him.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. So I bet that those smug Italian kids are walking around going, these idiots, they believe that there's some fat man who coming down the chimney. No. It is a witch. But don't worry, she a good witch. She give out sooty judgment sometimes, but most times she pretty good. La Befana. I love her.
Okay, I love her too. In Italy, the Epiphany marks the official end of the Christmas season, commemorating the day when the 3 wise men arrived at the manger bearing gifts. Every year, the occasion is celebrated with living nativity scenes, a great procession through the city center, and, most exciting for the sweet tooths, the arrival of La Befana.
La Befana.
According to the story, the 4 figures' fates were intertwined when the Magi, happened upon La Befana early on during their quest. I don't know what that is referring to, But I'm just going to keep going. She charitably hosted them for an evening in her humble but cozy cottage. The next morning, they invited her to accompany them to Bethlehem. Busy cleaning her home, La Befana declined at first, but then after they carried on their way, she had second thoughts. She quickly filled a basket with gifts for the baby Jesus and set off alone. Although she followed the same star, she was unable to find the manger before the wise men did on January 6th, the Epiphany. Today, La Befana continues to travel the world on Epiphany Eve, searching every house for the child and leaving candies and chocolates for the good children, just cold for the bad, in her wake. Okay, so that's why she's traveling around, because she's looking for baby Jesus and she can't find him. So she goes to people's houses and it is just leaving candies and chocolates.
Are you the baby Jesus? No, my name is Marco. Okay, here's some candy. Fuck you. Off again.
Or Cole if Marco is bad.
I assumed Marco was good.
Oh, well. So I think that's so cute.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I'm reading this on a Italian cooking website, and it says they're celebrating her arrival with panettone.
Panettone.
The traditional Italian holiday cake.
Panettone.
They sell that at Walgreens.
It looks gross.
I bet it's so gross.
Yeah,
but there is a vanilla one that I would be interested in trying.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I
don't know. But
God, Olive is so just the noises.
It's really frisky
so
right now. I know.
She's very frisky. Yeah. She's in a mood.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's gonna start crying soon. So do you have anything else?
The last one I wanted to just bring up is Women's Christmas.
Oh.
Women's Christmas in Ireland.
Okay.
Especially in Cork and Kerry counties, they have a dedicated day. Women's Christmas.
Okay.
Of course, there's a word for it in Gaelic, but or Irish. I don't know.
Okay.
That's on me. But on this day, January 6th, La Befana,
the Epiphany,
which marks the 12th day of Christmas, the men stay home and take care of the chores while the women go out, often together.
I love it.
And they do as they please.
I love it.
So it's the only day of the year where you might catch Irish bars and restaurants full of strictly women.
Yeah. That's so cute.
I also love it.
Yeah.
I think that's really fun.
That's so fun. I would celebrate that.
Oh my God, my heartburn is unfucking real. It's
I
like
have
there's acid.
I have omeprazole. Do you want it?
I don't know what word you just said.
It's a medicine for heartburn.
Well, no.
Did you say no?
I just said no.
Great.
I'm suffering. Okay. Great. Well, this was fun.
Yeah.
There's so many more too.
Yeah.
I found so many. Do you know what I mean? In Guatemala, they make out of paper mache and stuff. They make devils and then they burn them in the streets.
That's fun.
Japan around New Year's, the Buddhist monks have a whole little festival where they ring a bunch of bells, they eat soba noodles, and they put on these different musical shows and stuff.
That's cute.
And then they take what is sort of the last bath. So it's this idea that you're cleaning yourself for a fresh start in the new year. And I thought that's fun.
Cute.
Ukraine has a weird connection with spiders. Legend has it that there was a poor widow. She couldn't afford to decorate her tree on Christmas Eve. Her children were distraught. But in the morning, the family awoke to a spider web lining the tree branches, shimmering silver and gold in the sunlight.
Aww.
And they never felt poor again.
Aww.
So yeah, pavuk, or spiders, are still considered a sign of good luck in Ukraine.
That's cute.
And it's kind of a fun little thing. But yeah, so this is what I mean. There's so many different things. The Yule Cat of Iceland.
I love Yule.
Romania's got caroling and dancing bears. Whoa. This is a picture of a lot of people wearing bearskins.
Bears are so scary. I wouldn't like that.
But there's so many different cool traditions around the world, and I just think it's so fun. Yeah, I'm
I
looking
love
forward
that.
to our gingerbread.
I bought a glitter chateau to make. It's pink, and I'm so excited.
I am going to try to
Make
custom
gingerbread?
make. I'm going to architect the shit out of a gingerbread house.
I'm excited for you. We have to plan a day so we can do them at the same time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have to. Step 1, learn how to make gingerbread.
Yeah.
Step 2, learn what kind of structure I'm making and the pieces that I'll need.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be wild.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But yeah, awesome, gang. Well, that's it for this episode of Hessy and Maven. Please go over to our Instagram and TikTok. Give us a follow there at Hessy and Maven. We do have YouTube videos, Hessy and Maven. We came out with a fun little mockumentary kind of thing. Apparently, some of Raven's coworkers thought that it was real and that I was actually having a nervous breakdown that manifested itself in me doing different voices and accents. So that's fun. I guess I just give off that vibe. Or my acting was so good that it really paid off. But yeah, go check that out. It's called The Voices of Thanksgiving. That's on our YouTube. It's like 11-minute video. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And thank you to Dayoung for the intro and outro songs. Am I missing anything?
Thank you to Olive for being a surprising guest star.
Always a guest star.
I can hear her right now, giving her thanks.
Also, just a quick shout out to JoJo, who's being such a good girl. So quiet, so sleepy. She went to the vet. She got shot for rabies.
I'm surprised she's up here.
Raindrop.
She is a raindrop.
All right, gang. Well, thanks for tuning in for this week's episode of Hessy and Maven. Please tune in next week where we talk about something else.
Bye.
Bye.